Welcome back, everybody. It's a brand new episode of 5 Minute Majors. I'm your host, Derek Harper. Let's get right to it. And there's a little bit of news, but I also went at it from a different angle this episode and for my story, which can be found at juniorhockey.io. With the impending expansion of the Penticton Vs and the yet to be named Chilliwack franchise, I got to thinking how it's going to impact the postseason, specifically the Memorial Cup. And I got thinking, okay. What if hypothetically a fourth league was created one day? But before we get to that, we want to give props to the Spokane Chiefs, who advanced to the Western Conference Finals in the WHL and will face the Portland Winterhawks, who upset Everett in Game 7. But we're giving props to the Chiefs as they won this year's WHL Business Award. And the Eastern Conference of the WHL was yet to be decided. The Medicine Hat Tigers were awaiting either the Lethbridge Hurricanes or Calgary Hitmen, whose Game 7 would be played Wednesday night. So, just kind of on my topic, though, I got thinking the WHL already has the most amount of teams in all of the three major junior leagues. And so it's like they're just going to grow again with another two. So, if we created another league, that would balance things out, eliminate the need for a host team, I guess. And which, let's be real, the host teams either win it all or they fall flat. I've never seen really a host team compete unless it was like someone like Windsor who won it all on their home ice. The example I'm thinking of, 2013, the Saskatoon Blades hosted, and they frankly kind of flopped. Next year, I'm really curious what the Kelowna Rockets are going to do. Because I mean they wiped their whole team. I mean their coach, players, in like a tanking move this year. So I'm kind of like, are they going to be like a Blades team like 2013, or are they going to just suddenly crazy build this offseason for a Memorial Cup run? So it doesn't really make a ton of sense what's going on up in Kelowna. Only time will tell. But kind of getting back to my original thought, a new league would shrink the number of teams, obviously, in the WHL. But I'm thinking you take all the U.S. division teams, expand to some places, maybe Idaho Falls, there's a building there, Stockton, California, Billings, Montana. Those are just ones off the top of my head that I can think of. You could add in Cranbrook, who is currently in the BCHL, but they have a history in the WHL. They were originally the Edmonton Ice before becoming the Kootenay Ice, and then the Winnipeg Ice, and now the Wenatchee Wild. So maybe you take some WHL teams in BC as well, maybe a whole division. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I doubt this really ever happens, but I'm just kind of throwing this out there because it would make sense. I mean, if you when it came down to it with the Memorial Cup, you would have four different teams in a neutral site. The winner of each of the four leagues, the one seed plays the four seed, and two versus three, and then those two winners play each other for the championship. I think that'd be a much more balanced option, and it would, like I said, eliminate the host city or the host team, and go to a neutral site, maybe a city that you know will not be competing in the postseason, so they can decorate the building, put the decals on the ice, and have proper time for planning. So I just think that that might be a better solution because there are places, and there was even rumors one time that there was going to be a junior A league on the West Coast to rival that of the BCHL and the USHL. And that seems to have fallen through. Maybe it still happens, but there's been no news for about a year or two, and I think it's kind of fallen through. At least that's what it sounds like. That they were talking to maybe some BCHL people or something. So I don't know. The rumors kind of died off. Um, but obviously with the ever-changing major junior hockey landscape and just overall Things have changed like crazy. And I think this would just be a more competitive way. You would be able to reach into maybe different parts of the US as well for talent. Um, Now, not like the USHL, the NAHL, or the BCHL be very happy about this, especially the USHL and the NAHL. Those, and maybe even some USPHL teams, because you would invade some of those markets, potentially, such as Billings or Idaho Falls. But I think this would be great for also the fan bases, and hockey fans in other cities that haven't had a team in quite a while or have a super low level junior A team, getting to see top end talent that could be future NHL stars. So, like I said, I doubt this ever happens, but it is the two impending expansion teams kind of got me thinking. Well, what if? And so that's kind of what my story is based around, as well as a little bit of news. But we'll jump more back into the news in next week's episode with a playoffs update, any news that's happened, and a look ahead to possible Memorial Cup contention. Until then, I'll catch you.